welcome to another episode of The Eden's Jam. People, can you believe it? We're in September. My goodness, it seems like the days and the hours and the minutes are moving so fast. Ninth month in 2024. I don't know about you, but I feel like 2024 just rolled in yesterday. Hello. If you are new to this channel, I just want to say welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Thank you for showing up time and time again to come and hear that which we have to say here. As always, we want to give a shout out to our production team, Eyes Have Not Seen and Bless Dream Production, that brings these episodes to you. It's a new month, and as we do it in the Beauties of Eden community, we usually have a theme for the month. The theme usually rhymes with the first letter of the month. But let me tell you something. I had been preparing for this month, and I know from my background as an obstetrical nurse, as a labor and delivery nurse, that usually for the last few years, I see September as a month to birth. But as a Christian, I've also seen that most of the things that has to do with delivery is supernatural. All right. I don't know. There's a reel that is circulating. I don't know if anybody's seen it. It's a woman that is pregnant, heavily pregnant, and it looks like she's probably in her close to her due date, and so she's preparing her bag for delivery. And she's washed all the baby clothes. She's folding it and putting it in her bag. She pulls out this onesie, and then she opens up her legs. I know it's a bit graphic here. She opens up her legs and then holds the onesie down in between her legs. And then she starts panicking because the onesie looks bigger than that which can literally come out of where the baby is supposed to come out if it's not a C-section. And just the thought of that, I worked in the obstetrics, labor and delivery arena for 2 decades. And for those that don't know what 2 decades is, that is over 20 years. And in that 20 years, I saw so many people that have come to help the woman pass out. Matter of fact, my husband almost passed out during the first delivery. My first delivery was a C-section, and then my subsequent 3 children were what we call VBAC, vaginal birth after a C-section. So with a C-section, I was draped. My husband was at the head. He didn't see much. But when he saw the second child coming, the man that thought that he was anointed had to be cut off and given apple juice. And so for me, the birth of anything, whether a human being, a business, anything of that sort, is supernatural. And that's how I've always seen the month of September, seeing that it's the 9th month, and in the realm of labor and delivery, 9 equals the time of delivery. So that's what I had in mind. But believe you me, as they say, while I was getting ready to leave for the studio to do this recording, I heard so clearly in my spirit to change the theme to Soulful September. I was a bit confused. I was puzzled. I was panicking. I literally have like 15 minutes to come up with 4 episodes on Soulful September when I had no idea what Soulful September was. But subsequent things had happened in the hour leading to me sitting here that God had confirmed that He really wants us to take a deep dive and look into our soul. And that's what we're going to be doing this month. I pray that some of us, we focus on the spirit as Christians. A few of us are focusing on the physical, the Brazilian hair, the makeup for the ladies, the packed up 6-packs for the men, going to the gym, eating all the right stuff. And it seems like sometimes we get so caught up between the physical and the spiritual, that the very thing that is our essence gets lost, gets neglected, and it becomes so malnourished. But this week, I just want to ask you this question. Did you know some interesting facts that I've discovered about September? There are 8 facts that we're going to talk about in this episode. And then in the next episode, we're going to delve into what the soul is. Why should we pay attention to the soul? What happens when the soul is neglected? And those kind of things. All right. So, one interesting fact about September. September contains the longest letters of all the 12 months. Did you know that? I actually had to do this fun check. And I looked at January, I counted it, February. This girl's crazy. But September has the longest number of alphabets in its spelling. It happens to be 9. And interestingly, so that's number 2. Fun fact number 2 is not only is it the longest, it contains 9 letters and 9 alphabets and also letters, and also happens to be in the 9th month. Fact number 3. September comes from the Latin word septem, which actually means 7. So in the ancient Roman calendar, September was actually the 7th month and not the 9th month. Now, when they changed from the Roman calendar and brought the calendar now that we use, because it contains 9 letters, it was moved to the 9th month. All right. So that's number 3. Number 4. September's birthstone, gemstone. Remember, we talk deep about gemstones. The gemstone for September is sapphire, specifically the blue sapphire. And sapphire is one of the 4 most precious gemstones in the world. The other 3 are diamond, ruby, and emerald. So fun fact number 4. Fun fact number 5. In many parts of the world, September is seen as a crucial month for harvests. In many parts of the world, September is seen as a crucial month for harvest. So in the place that I happen to live in North America, September is actually the harvest season for crops like grains, apples, grapes. And September is usually the time that these crops are ready for picking. Fun fact number 6. September is associated with the themes of change, transitioning from summer to fall in North America where I live. So when we look at it, September, this month, we need to really harvest. We need to pay attention to the changes that are coming our way. And that's why we need to focus more on the soul and why we cannot ignore and harvest good things and good produce that is going to come from the depths of our soul. Fun fact number 7. The month, again, and not on this side of the world, the month kicks off with Labor Day, what we call here Labor Day weekend. And when I looked at it, I said, wow, it's interesting that when a woman is going to deliver, it's called labor and deliver. So in this month, in as much as some of us maybe we've eased out on, oh, we don't know, it's the 9th month, I've worked so hard. It is for me, when I read that and I paid attention to that, I realized that this month, January, we have goals and we walk into the new year wanting to go and hardcore and get goals going. But September is actually the time that we should not be falling asleep. It is actually the season that we labor so that we're able to deliver. In this month, again, particularly in the United States, along with it's a labor month. It is also the month that we remember 9/11. For those that are not aware of 9/11, it's an incident that happened on September 11th, 2001, I believe, where the World Trade Center and a few places in America was attacked by terrorists. And then the last thing, number 8, that is very important to me, is that September is a time to remember the lives of those that are lost to suicide and those that are living with depression. No wonder this is the month that God wants us to look into our soul. The leading cause of death in the people between the ages of, I believe, 16 to 25 in America, the leading cause of death, other than accidents that come second, is suicide. And that is not okay. That means we're losing the next generation before we can even get a chance to hand them the baton. So this month, we're going to labor and look deep into our soul so that we can produce a good harvest, not just for this dispensation, but a great harvest for the next generations to come. God bless you. And I hope maybe you knew some of these fun facts, but did you know some of these facts about September? I'm curious to know. Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.